Hey Flosstube, it's Amy. Welcome back to Amytiville. I'm picking up my coffee because it's coffee and that's what I do. This is not going to be a normal Flosstube update. I was going to show all of it. I have already recorded this one time. Clearly my phone only lets me go so long, and then it just cuts me off, and now I'm just kind of pissed that I did all of that, and I don't know editing and all of that kind of thing, so I'm not going to do, there's really not much to show anyway as far as stitching is concerned. There's one whip that I will show you. I've only been working on one thing exclusively for the 100 Days of Hade. If you guys follow me on Instagram or the Full Coverage Fanatics group on Facebook, or that, I'm working on The Witch's Apprentice by Lisa Parker. I love this piece. I'm obsessed and I cannot stop working on it. So Jessie Marie, I totally get what you mean when you say you're obsessed with your in this moment, because yeah, I can't put this down. I cannot. We just hit day 80 of the 100-day challenge, and yeah, I can't stop, won't stop, not happening. This is where I am. It's on the Q snap. All of the stuff up here is done. It's all stitched. Like, I have to prove it to you. But I cross country, so that's why this looks, I'm working on all the 310. But pages 1, 2, and 3 are completely done. This is 4, 5, and 6. I think over here there's not much more 310s, so I'll be starting on, I think it's DMC 500. Which is like a dark green. Sorry about the I Dream of Jeannie hair, guys. I don't know what the hell's happening there. You're lucky I even brushed it today, for real, because I did put earrings on for you, though. But yeah, so right now it's like all of the 310, but then it's going to start the DMC 500 and then all of the confetti. So yeah, that's where he is. This is 80 days of way more than one stitch, obviously. But I'm obsessed with it. I can't not, I can't not. So this is, like I said, for the 100 Days of Hade. It's also part of my Herein stitch along, Stitchers Coven, my group on Facebook. Yeah, we're doing the Herein stitch along for September, October, November. So it runs until November the 30th. Any Halloween piece, any horror piece. If you're looking for like decent horror pieces to do, I think Clouds Factory has a few of them. And then Witchy Stitch Art, Megan. If you guys follow the Stitchers Coven on Instagram, I always post the finishes for the salves of the Coven members. That's just my cute way of telling, group members, but whatever. You don't really have to be in a coven. You're really not joining a coven, I promise. Yeah, but I always post the finishes on there, and just today, one of our members finished a Freddy Krueger piece that was designed by Megan, and it's amazing. I am obsessed with that. I cannot stop looking at it. I think it's amazing. Megan also has a Michael Myers piece, a Jason one, the Bates house, which Michelle from Romantic Tangles, she finished that, and that's amazing. So if you have, like, a horror themed piece in mind that you want to do for the Halloween sale, this is the time. This is the time to do that. Also anything Halloween, obviously. So cutesy, spooky. It can be just autumn. It does not have to be Halloween. Halloween's in autumn, so it totally works. I am totally so laid back with the sales. It doesn't have to be a new start. It can be something that you started 15 years ago. You can do more than one. You can just do all smalls. It does not matter. It's everything. It all fits. It all works. You also don't have to be a member of the group, though. Come be one of us. One of us. One of us. Yeah, come be one of us over at the Stitchers Coven. We're very cool and very supportive, and I love it there because it's mine, but it doesn't matter because the people that are there are just the coolest, and I love and adore each of them. But yeah, so if you're not even on Facebook and you're just like, no, but you are on Instagram, it's cool because this is open to all y'all too. So hashtag Horrorween TSC Sal. I just put the TSC in there, you know, just to cover the Stitchers Coven. But yeah, Horrorween TSC Sal. Hashtag that. We will see it. We meaning me and anyone else following the hashtag. So follow us over there. Be one of us. If you've seen the movie Freaks, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that is for the Horrorween. Sal from the Stitchers Coven. Also my friend Carrie, Kitty Stitcher, and she's working on a Lisa Parker piece as well. She's done a few Hades. This is my first one, not my last one. There's that. So yeah, we have to come up with a hashtag for our little impromptu Lisa Parker Sal. Of course, by the time I decide what the hashtag should be, Carrie should probably do this, not me, because by the time I think of the hashtag, she'll be done hers. Whatever. But then she'll just have to start another one, which I don't think she would object to that. Just saying, Carrie. So, girl, you better come up with the hashtag, because if you leave it up to me, it's gonna be a minute. Okay. So that's my one whip. That's it. I have 2 FFOs. The most current one is the We Are the Granddaughters of the Wishes You Could Not Burn by Megan at Witchy Stitch Art, because it wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't name drop her. Yeah, just basic, I'm sure, Dollar General frame. Whatever. With the gorgeous purple fabric that was sent to me by my friend Diana from It Is Kismet. I love that girl. I love her. She is one of my angels, and I love her. The floss is Victorian Motto Sampler Shop in Mint Julep. So, yeah, but I like the purple and the black because they're my 2 favorite colors. Well, black, purple, and red are my favorite colors, but they didn't have red. So, so yeah, that's my most current FFO. And then this one, I always forget to show you guys. This is like 2 years old. It's been hanging on the wall in the hallway. I walk by it. Obscenities when I walk by, because I'm like, why didn't I show that in a video yet? And then I always tell myself to do it, and then I never do. But this time I remembered. I think this was called Kittens. It was a kit. I don't remember who it was by. But it came with this frame, so no excuse not to FFO. There's no glass. Yeah, so this has been hanging in the hallway forever and getting cursed at every time I walk by it after I make a video. So I can finally stop cursing at these poor cats. So that's this. I didn't date it, but I'm pretty sure it was late 2016, if not 17. I'm thinking late 16 though. So it's probably why you should date your work, y'all. Okay, so that's FFOs and WIP. I have gifts, but I'm going to wait until the next video to show those. I have posted pictures of them on my Instagram. If you want to follow me on Instagram, please come. I finally just reached 666, which was such a milestone for me. 6 is my favorite number. 666, yeah, I don't know what's going on here, guys. 666 is just, you know, it's one of those numbers where you take notice and you're like, yay, 666. So, but then as soon as I announced that I made 666, I lost like 2 followers because why wouldn't I? So, yes, follow me on Instagram at x_Amytiville_x, same name as here. Come follow me over on Instagram. There's always something doing over there, and I do have pictures of the gifts, but I will showcase those in the next video. The reason why I'm speeding this along basically is because I want to do this tag, Kyle's tag. Y'all know Kyle by now, and if you don't, why? Stitching and Sound, go find him. I am so happy that I found him. He gives me such joy. I messaged him today. I let him know that because I think that if somebody makes you happy or their videos inspire you or whatever, tell the person. Tell the person, because someone had just told me just yesterday that they haven't stitched in a really long time because of health issues, and they found my videos and I've inspired them to start stitching again. I mean, Denise, thank you. That made my, more than my day. That made more than my day. That was incredible. It was incredible to hear that. Me? Me? But thank you, because that was just the sweet, I mean, it was such a surprise, and it was just the sweetest thing. And if someone does that for you, if someone makes you happy, makes you laugh, you feel like you click with someone, if you find like, wow, this person has so much in common with me, tell that person. We make these videos because they're fun, or we use them to hold ourselves accountable or whatever, but it means a lot when you reach somebody, or when somebody just gets it. And so I had to message Kyle today and explain part of why he gives me such happiness. It's his eyes. It's his eyes. And I told him, I said, I hope this doesn't come off as strange, because I'm awkward anyway, but his eyes remind me so much of my son. And seeing him on his videos, and just it's his eyes. I kept looking at him like, who does he remind me of? He reminds me of someone, and I know it wasn't a celebrity, but I'm like, he reminds me of someone, and who is it? And it's the eyes. It's Jake. It's Jake all over. So I appreciate that, and it gives me happiness. It does not make me sad. It makes me very happy. Plus, he's amazing. He's so funny. If there is a male version of me on this planet, it's him, because all the sarcasm and the wit and the insanity that's in here, he has it too. Sorry, Kyle. You're the male version of Amy. Sorry about that. but I love him. He's great. He was my Flosstube favorite of the week. If you have not watched him, go watch him. But stay for a minute to go through this tag with me, because this is a tag that he did in one of his Stitch With Me's. I think it was his first Stitch With Me. I'm not sure. I think he's done a few of those by now, but I want to say this was his first one. It's a long tag. I'm going to try not to babble through it, but this is me, so I make no promises. But I wrote them all down, so I'm going to be looking at the book. So let's go. The first part, because it's in 3 parts, the first part is Craft, which makes me think of The Craft, the movie with Fairuza Balk in it. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies. It's about witches. Go see it. Sure, it's on DVD. Cheap. Somewhere. Okay, so when and why did you start your craft? I believe it was the year 2000, 2001. My best friend was looking for a hobby. She was dabbling in a little bit of everything at that point. Had gone to Michael's, picked up a kit, brought it over to my house, and is like, hey, do this with me. And it's like, isn't that an old lady thing? Because I was naive and stupid. And she's like, yeah, maybe, but let's give it a go. I took to it immediately. She then found scrapbooking, and we just, she lost her mind for many, many years doing the scrapbooking thing. I never took to that. That just wasn't my thing. But stitching, yes. She has now since taken up baking, and that is her calling. Like, that is her thing. That is her hobby. She loves to do that. So yeah, it was about 2000, 2001. I think Sierra was just about a year old or so when I started. Number 2, what is your favorite thing about your craft? It's like meditation. It is therapy. It really is. If you have anxiety, you'll know what I mean, because you get into that groove, that rhythm, and you know, your brain is not like, oh, all the things. It's focused. Stitching has helped me so much, especially in this last year, which has been a very trying, hard year, and that is why I have like 20 finishes this year, because it has been my therapy. It is my go-to. I stitch every day because I can't not. Double negative, yes, but I cannot not. I have to. So that is my favorite thing. It is just the therapy of it. My least favorite thing about it, the fact that I can't stitch everything, that I can't stitch all the things, that I can't own all of the things, that I can't have all the supplies and all the things, and I can't afford it, I have no room for it. That is my least favorite thing, that I just cannot have all of it. Even the stuff that I would never say, I want all of it. It's a problem. Not one I want to solve, though. Okay, number 4. What horror story do you have involving your craft? Thankfully, none. And I say that now, and I should probably knock on some wood, because I'm superstitious that way. Let's sleep, sorry. No, I mean, I dribbled a little bit of coffee on my Hade a couple of weeks ago, but it wasn't that big of a deal, because it's a full coverage piece. If you're going to spill coffee on a piece, let it be a full coverage, you know? So it's covered up now. You can't even tell, but that's about as close of a horror story. If you guys follow Jessie Marie on Instagram, my worst stitching nightmare happened to her today. Go watch her Instagram story, because whew, that's a horror story. My worst stitching nightmare. So thankfully, no. Nothing, nothing horrible. Number 5, have you ever struggled to finish a project? No. 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 Even I'm calling him an inactive whip. He's not a UFO, but my Teresa Wensler Above the Clouds dragon, he's just punished right now because he made me screw up. So he's punished, and but he'll get finished. It's not a struggle. It's fine. He made me make a mistake, so he's thinking about what he did. Number 6, where is your favorite place to do your craft? Right there. Right there in that chair. The chair behind me that I'm sitting on the floor in front of. This is my little stitching cave. This is where I like to be. That is what I do. Number 7, do you remember how you felt when you completed your first project? It was a gift for Brandy, my best friend, for teaching me how to cross stitch. It was a cherished teddy that I did. She used to collect those, and it was a leaflet that I had gotten from Michael's or AC Moore or something, and I stitched it, and that thing was horrible. Oh, it was so bad. The back stitching, oh, it was bad, and there was knots, but I framed it up and I gave it to her as a gift, and she was sweet. She accepted it. I don't think she's burned it, though I haven't seen it again. But I was just so proud of myself. Like, I was just so proud of myself that I found something that I like doing that much, and I saw it to completion. You know, I did it, and though it was horrible, I'm just very proud of it. I probably wouldn't be so proud of it if I saw it now, but I completed something. Okay, number 8. Are there any subjects that you gravitate towards? Well, I don't know. I love Halloween, so I love, Halloween stuff because, have we met? Cats. I've done a lot of cat pieces. Fantasy stuff, dragons and fairies and, so Joan Elliott type stuff. I've never stitched a Joan. She scares me. But, yeah, I love that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I suppose Halloween, cats, and fantasy. Yeah, they're probably my go-to things. Okay, number 9. What completed project would you most like to revisit in the future, and would you make any changes? I'm not going to revisit it. It's already done. I will likely never stitch it again, but the one that I'd like to go back and maybe change something about is my Frederick the Literate Stephen King conversion that I did. And the only change I would really make about that is I would have stitched the cat to be Church from Pet Sematary instead of, just going off the pattern and making it the Tabby Cat or whatever. I would have totally made it into Church from Pet Sematary. So like I think he was more like a Russian blue, so he was like gray. Beautiful cat. So, yeah. I mean, I would change that. I'm not gonna, but if I could, hypothetically speaking, yes, I would do that. Number 10, what is something about your craft you know now that you wish you knew when you first began? when I first started, I didn't really realize how expensive it would be. I don't think I realized how much I'd want to do all the things and own all the things. Um, and I mean, I guess I didn't know that it would become such a passion, that it would become such a thing, that it would help me so much, that it would save my sanity so much, that it potentially has saved lives. Um, you know, yeah, I mean, I didn't know that. I didn't know that when I first started. I knew I liked it, but I didn't know that I would love it. And I didn't know that it would become a daily thing, that it would become something I have to do. Um, because, you stitchers, a lot of you understand that, if you go through the day and you don't stitch, I mean, unless you're ill or something like that, but, if stuff comes up and you can't get to it, you get kind of cranky because you got to do it. So I guess that's something I didn't know when I first started. Okay, this is the best part of the tag because this is the music part of the tag, and this gives me joy. Number 1, who are your favorite bands? Well, my favorite bands actually rhyme. So it's Crew, Goo, and U2. So, yeah. I'm a Motley Crue fan, have been since 1985. They're putting out a crappy movie. I'm not going to see it. I've read the book. The book was fine. The movie's going to suck. Um, so yeah, Motley Crue is my, yeah. And then the Goo Goo Dolls. The Goo Goo Dolls, I've been a fan since A Boy Named Goo. I love the Goo Goo Dolls. They have never let me down. I love and adore the Goo Goo Dolls. And U2, I discovered them when I was a little kid, and I was watching Live Aid in 1985, and there was this dude, and he walked out on stage, and his name was Bono, and he just blew my, 12-year-old mind. I don't think I was 12 yet, 11-year-old mind. And, I'm not into, politics and all that crap that they get into. I just really love I really love their music. And my honorary rhyming band, because there's Crew, Goo, U2, and Flesh for Lulu. Flesh for Lulu is a British band. They've been around since the early 80s. Not around anymore. Their lead singer, Nick Marsh, passed away from cancer a couple of years ago. If you guys have ever seen the movie Some Kind of Wonderful, the song I Go Crazy, that's Flesh for Lulu. They're amazing. I love them. But their album Plastic Fantastic is the best thing I've ever heard. Like, I can listen to that front to back, and every song on it is amazing. And as far as musicians, because it's band/musicians, Stevie Nicks is my queen. Goes without saying, right? But I'm going to say it because I'm always going to say it. Lady Gaga, love her. If Stevie Nicks is my queen, Gaga is my goddess. I love her. Rob Zombie, Alice Cooper, Marilyn Manson, old Marilyn Manson, not new. He needs a break, I think. But Murder Dolls, though that's band, but Wednesday 13 is the singer from them. I like everything. Bruce Springsteen, huge Bruce Springsteen fan. Love him. Love John Mellencamp. Bruce is actually he's on the list to be one of my next husbands. Yeah. So Bruce Springsteen, love him. Mellencamp, I love. Daryl Hall is my favorite male singer of all time. I love him. Don't care about John Oates. Nobody does. But Daryl Hall, I love. Um, okay. We'll stop there because I could go on forever about that, and let's not. Favorite song, and what is it about it that makes it your favorite? This totally depends on the day. Sometimes it depends on the minute of the day. Um, my current favorite song is Dance Macabre by Ghost. I just love that. Totally unexpected. People have been telling me for a while that I would like Ghost. I didn't go there. I don't listen to a lot of current music, so there's that. I'm stuck in the 80s primarily. But my friend Mandy was like, no, you got to check them out. And so I said, okay, give me a couple of songs I should check out. She told me about Dance Macabre. I cannot stop listening to that. Love it. But I guess, I mean, if we're going like all time, damn, Kyle. um, this depends on the day, the minute, the mood, the whatever. But Born to Run. Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen. There you go. Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen. What makes it my favorite? It is poetic perfection, as most things that Springsteen is. I wanted it to be my wedding song, but I thought, no. Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac were my wedding songs. Seriously, the kids walked down the aisle to Silver Springs. I walked down the aisle to Leather and Lace. We walked out to Rhiannon. Seven Wonders was played. Rooms on Fire was played. Stevie Nicks she was at my wedding. So, yeah, but Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen, because it's just poetic perfection. Number 3, first album you bought with your own money. I think it was David Bowie. I think it was Greatest Hits. It was like one of his Greatest Hits CDs. Yes, it was a Greatest Hits. I can remember the album cover. I love David Bowie. He's probably another one that goes into that favorite bands, musicians thing, because that would go on forever. Number 4, what song, band, or genre would you consider your guilty pleasure? How I answer these guilty pleasure questions is I don't feel guilty about anything I like. What I like, I like. I give no damns if people think that I should feel guilty or not. I don't. Everything I like brings me some sort of happiness, and I don't feel guilty about anything that makes me happy. I think the thing that I get told the most, though, that I should feel guilty that I like is disco. But I don't. My mom used to, I mean, again, I'm going to be 45 in October, y'all, so I don't care about aging myself. But my mom used to listen to the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack, and I was too young to see the movie. She didn't want me to see the movie. Which when I saw it later, but I didn't let my kid watch it either when she was little. Tradition. But she used to listen to the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack all the time, so the Bee Gees and, that kind of stuff. She also listened to a lot of Donna Summer and that kind of stuff when I was a kid. So I'm told that I should feel guilty that I like disco music, but I don't. I love me some Casey and the Sunshine Band, man. Put on some boogie shoes. That's good. So it's what I'm told I should feel guilty about, but I don't. I don't feel guilty about anything I like. Number 5. Have you ever missed an opportunity to see someone live that you desperately wanted to see? Yes. Twice. Same person. I wanted to see Stevie Nicks, and I've not ever seen Stevie Nicks, and what has kept me from seeing Stevie Nicks was not money, was not transportation, was she didn't cancel, none of that. It was my anxiety. My anxiety just wouldn't let me go. It would not even let me let Sean click the little thing to buy the ticket. Like, no, I couldn't. And I hate it because I knew if I would have medicated myself to go see it, then I wouldn't have enjoyed it. And it was the getting there, and I don't do well with crowds. I don't do well with stupidity. And when you go to concerts, you're surrounded by stupid people and potentially drunk or high stupid people, and big crowds of them around me, and I can't. But yeah, so my damn anxiety has stopped me from seeing my queen. And I hear she is spectacular, which I would expect no less, because she is the queen. So yeah. Okay, number 6. The music you were raised on. Country. My mother is a country music fan. I am not. Maybe some old country. I like, I don't mind that kind of stuff. Modern country, no. But I mean, you know, when I was a kid, I guess that's considered the older country. But yeah, she listens to a lot of country. Reba McEntire. She listens to a lot of Reba McEntire. I can't. She listens to Garth Brooks, which, you know, he's fine. Yeah, so country was primarily what she listened to, and a lot of Elvis. Elvis I love, so I can handle Elvis. If there was no Elvis, there wouldn't be half the things I like. So, yay, Elvis. And then she listened to a lot of what's considered, I guess, you know, to me, it was oldies. So, you know, the oldies stuff. Though she was never into the Beatles or, you know, anything like that, I found them all by myself. But, you know, like just Smokey Robinson, you know, stuff like that, like old R&B. Yeah, I like all of that stuff. That's fine. But the country, oh God, I hate Reba McEntire. I'm sure she's a fine person, but oh God, I can't stand her voice. Okay. Favorite concert? Wow. I didn't always suffer from the anxiety where I couldn't go to concerts, so I've been to quite a few. I think the Goo Goo Dolls. It was Lisa Loeb opening up for the Goo Goo Dolls. Early 2000s, I want to say. It was on the Gutter Flower tour, the Goo Goo Dolls Gutter Flower tour. That was really good. I saw them at the Naval Academy in Annapolis. I mean, I've seen a lot of shows. I saw Heart. Heart was really good. Tori Amos was amazing. And I saw her when I was like 8 months pregnant, so that was fun. But seriously, amazing stuff. I mean, Motley Crue, when I first saw Motley Crue, the first time I ever saw Motley Crue, I literally cried, because I was in the same room as Nikki Sixx, and that was, like, incredible to me. So, and I think every time I've seen Motley Crue after that, I've cried, and last time it was for different reasons, just because, wow, Vince can't do it anymore, wow. So, but I did get to see Alice Cooper the last time. And Alice Cooper, though he opened for Motley Crue, so it wasn't a full Alice Cooper show, is incredible. So, yeah, but the Goo Goo Dolls probably was my favorite. If you could bring back from the afterlife, one musician, who and why? There's three. John Lennon, because John Lennon, I mean, I hear he was kind of like an asshole human being, but, you know, as a musician, I loved him. Andrew Wood from Mother Love Bone, which a lot of people haven't heard of, but the grunge thing, yeah, Mother Love Bone was part of that. If you've heard of Pearl Jam, you know about Mother Love Bone. I mean, Pearl Jam was basically Mother Love Bone without Andrew. And as odd as this is, and you know, Kurt Cobain, and I was never a Nirvana fan. I didn't hate them, but he was not the songwriter of my generation. He didn't speak for me. But I just would have liked to have seen what he would have done. You know, I really do. I'd like to see what he could have accomplished. He was, you know, talented guy, but just not the mouthpiece for me. Though he did inspire me to wear a lot of flannel, and that I did. Okay, do you play any instruments? I used to play drums back in the day, badly, but I used to play drums. And is there one you wish you could play? I wish I could sing, because I sing constantly. I just am no good at it, but I wish I could do that, so I guess I'd like to sing. Number 10, describe your taste in music. Well, clearly, it's eclectic as hell. I like everything from Air Supply to Rob Zombie. Literally everything in between. I mean, except country and most rap. I like Eminem. He's fine. And, you know, in small doses. Like, I can't constantly listen to that. But yeah, I guess, I mean, I like classical. I like Celtic music. I like New Age music. I like opera. I can listen to a lot of stuff. I don't get into the like black metal, that kind of thing. Any of those Cookie Monster vocals, I can't. I need something melodic, you know, something like that. And I don't like prog rock either. This is controversial at best, but I hate Rush. I can't stand Rush. My husband likes Rush. He likes Dream Theater. He likes those kinds of bands. I can't listen to stuff that's like a 40-minute keyboard solo or something. Can't. So, speaking of 40-minute keyboard solos, I'd probably bring Jim Morrison back from the dead too, because he was just hot. He was hot. And that's my shallow choice. Okay, and random. You go to a bar, the first drink you get. I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol. But I mean, if I have to, you know, if somebody's going to force me to drink alcohol, I would drink something mixed. I would drink like a mixed drink, so a mudslide or Kahlua and cream, margarita, something like that. I used to drink Jack and Coke, way more Jack than Coke, and I just lost my taste for it. I've never been hungover though, and I've never been sick. So, yay. I don't like the taste of beer. I hate beer. Okay, number 2. Who would you want to play you in a movie, but who do you think the casting director would choose? The casting director would choose Melissa McCarthy, because that's what everybody tells me. They're like, oh, if there's ever a movie, you need to have Melissa McCarthy play you. She's fine, but no. I want Kathy Bates to play me. Kathy Bates probably is 30 years older than I am. Maybe not that much, but I don't care. It's Hollywood. They have makeup and prosthetics and all that. Dude, I want Kathy Bates to play me because I love her. I love her. Number 3, the title of your autobiography. You know, I have thought about this question, and I thought, first of all, why? But I think the title of my autobiography would have to be, Why in the Hell Are You Reading This? There is nothing in here that's worthy of reading. Be a long title, but that will work. Okay, the next one was about the what is scarier, the angry poodles or the leopard with no legs. I'm going to leopard with no legs because I agree with Shell when she answered this question, and I'd want to know why it doesn't have any legs. That would be scary to me. That would be scary to me. What would happen? That would scare me. I'm an animal person. No, that's more scary. Okay, you're in a horror film. Are you the hero, the victim, or the killer, and why? Depends on the day. Though would not be the hero, I can tell you that, no. Victim? Quite possibly, because it depends on what's chasing me. You know, you put me in a Jason movie, I mean, he'll probably kill me, but I mean, you know, at least it'll be fun. You put me in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, just kill me now. Just kill me now. That movie terrified me, still terrifies me. It's my worst fear ever. Or the killer. And again, that depends. That depends. I'm a get off my lawn type of person, so it's why I relate to Jason so much. I could probably be the killer. Yep. But for the most part, I'd be the victim. Come on, face it. Okay, number 6. What was the last movie that made you go, what the fuck? Annabelle? Annabelle. Not Annabelle Creation, because I haven't seen that yet. But Annabelle, like, you know, the first one. And it was more of, I wasted, I'll never get this hour and whatever back. This is crap. Why the hell did I spend time and effort to watch this? My ideal vacation spot. Just want to be in a place that's away from everyone else, so that I can stitch and read and drink coffee and do all the things and play all the music loud and yeah. So wherever that is, just yep. Okay. Number 8, one food that others like but you can't stand. Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise. Can't with the mayonnaise. I mean, like, I can't. And if it gets on me, I flip out. I can't. Nope. Number 9, a phrase that sums up your life. Wow. Probably have to go with that WTF. Yep, that's the phrase. What the fuck? Okay, and number 10. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I'm not sure, but I'm not going to sit around and watch him do this because I'm sorry, I have better things to do. I'm not watching that. So, as much as he can. That's how much. That's how much he would. It's fine. So, anyway, that is that. That is the tag. That is the whip. That is the stuff. Horrorween, TSC, Sal. Come join the Stitchers Coven. Please be one of us. One of us. Follow Stitchers Coven on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I will list all of the things, podcasts that I've been listening to lately. The Generation Y. That's how I've gotten so much stitching done, just listening to that. It's amazing. Oh my god, I can't stop with that either. So, the Generation Y. Kill by Kill. They're working on the remake of Friday the 13th. So, with Jared Padalecki, I mean, he's hot. So, they're talking about that right now. That's hilarious. Let's see, Trace Evidence. I'm still listening to that. Last podcast on the left because I love that stuff. You know, Corpse Club, that's a horror movie podcast. Love that. I probably listened to about 5 episodes of that last week. But the Generation Y has been like my thing lately. Love it. So just binging the hell out of that. I will list all of these below. So that's it, guys. As I said, I'll show gifts and stuff in the next one. I'll maybe do one in another couple of weeks to get that out there. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for hanging with me, putting up with the babbling and the stuff. I know that I flew through a lot of this because I realized that this cuts me off at a certain time, which I was not aware of. Whatever. So yeah, I can put that one FFO back on the wall and stop cursing. I'll never stop cursing, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah. So until later, thanks for hanging with me, and I'll maybe see you in another couple weeks-ish, because I haven't forgot the ish yet. And yeah, so blessed be, love and light. Talk to you guys later.